deep in my belly.
Here.
I feel it.
Did I say I was ready, Emma? How dare you?
Yeah, you did actually.
Are we recording?
Yes, we are.
We're live.
Let's do this. Come on, what are you guys waiting for? Live. Hey-oh! Live from the third rail. Ooh, it's dangerous today. It's a magical Monday edition of Business Pants. All right, fine. Joined as always by Emma. Uses her laptop as a pillow, lurking.
She does.
And
That's not so far off.
Matt uses his pillow as a laptop. Mascardi.
That's
How
definitely
smart
It's
that
magic.
is.
No.
I'm a huge fan of biscuits. I just love biscuits.
No, nobody likes biscuits.
Really?
What are you
Oh my
talking
god, I
about?
love them. Love.
They're dry and terrible. Move on.
They're
You've
buttery
really
and
never
delicious.
had a good biscuit.
Yeah, go to Popeyes. In today's
not what I was
methodical
talking
bag of bacteria-filled jelly donuts, speaking of Popeyes, called May 23rd, 2022, bunch of boring story updates, academic stuff, speaking of boring from Matt Mascardi, and you can't spell games without Emma's G.
I have a G.
I don't know what that means. Come on, let's do
I don't know
this.
what that means. And can we sell the opening a little bit harder than everything we do is boring? Literally,
Okay.
that's how you prefaced everything.
We got some incredible stuff today. Hey-oh.
There it is.
Oh, that was
Do
worse.
the radio voice. Let's go into it.
Here we go. Updates. Every Monday, Emma and I are going to look to name this. If anyone wants to sponsor this section, you can call us. We're going
I'm
to do
looking
updates.
at you, nobody.
We look at all kinds of things. We don't know what to do because Monday morning is so confusing. So let's do some updates. Let's update our stories. Here we go. First, the oversight board at, I guess, Meta.
Ooh, oversight board from Facebook. Oh, Zucker board.
It's important you say. It is interesting you say Facebook because I don't even think they've updated the page because it still says determines of Facebook's decisions. Are they only doing Facebook?
They only
Is
do
that-
Facebook. They don't deal with Instagram, I don't think.
But they
Or-
do though because I made a spreadsheet and they do sometimes refer to Instagram.
It's very confusing. It's very confusing.
So their last decision was February 1st, 2022. So we looked to see if there's anything new. Have they done any new decisions since
Ooh, new
February?
updates. I'm excited.
Nothing.
Oh, that's
Not
the
one.
news. The news.
Not one. Nothing.
is
Emma.
that-
Emma. Not one. Nothing. Nothing.
May is almost over. It's 4
Nothing.
months.
But they actually their February decision was referencing something that happened in like 2018
In
So-
Sweden.
So
Exciting.
we've got like a 5-year time lag for them to
Nothing.
decide one thing a year.
Nothing. Here we go. Moving on. Sorry. I'm apologizing, blanket, but it's kind of an important update, I suppose. Let's talk
Yeah.
about Musk and Twitter. Sorry, you don't have to listen to this. Over the weekend, Elon
get
Musk, of
coffee.
course, added to the uncertainty over his bid, agreeing with some schmuck on Twitter who said, if 25% of the users are bots, then the Twitter acquisition deal should cost 25% less. Now, Matt, now that's business.
That's finance.
You see that how he took a percentage and then he used
one
it, took it from
number,
over here and he
and
used it
then
over
he did it,
here
and
like
then
that.
did it over there.
That's brilliant business.
That's actually you had to get a CFA to do that.
Yeah, of course Musk agreed because that's how business is done. But I just want to remind everyone that in April, here's what Elon Musk had to say about his offer. My offer is my best and final offer. He also said, I am not playing the back and forth game. I have moved straight to the end.
Whoa. By
Yeah.
end,
Yeah.
he meant when Tesla stock was really, really good and they didn't have 16 scandals and he hadn't pulled his penis out in front of a flight attendant and he hadn't gotten into terrible debt to buy this thing and nobody was happy to give him the money. Look, end is a vague term.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Emma, I noticed it's kind of dangerous. You didn't give me a timer today, so I can just keep going, right?
Right now you're doing okay.
Fine,
I'm letting
okay.
you. I'm
Baby
letting you roam
formula.
free for now.
Let's do baby formula. First, the really depressing part of it, this headline, baby milk formula recipes online, doctors warn of dangers. So consumers are getting bad advice.
Wait.
I know.
Can I guess
Yeah.
where they're getting their terrible
Name a
baby
few of
formula
the
advice?
companies where they might be getting bad advice. Can you think of any?
Could it possibly be YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram,
Full stop.
social media?
You nailed it. I will say this though: free speech is coming for the rescue. Thanks to
It
Kimball
is?
Musk's brother, we're gonna solve this soon. We're gonna have some free speech. We're gonna tackle these issues, right?
Free
Baby
speech is going to
formula-
fix misinformation, to be clear.
Yes.
Oh,
Baby
okay.
formula is misinformation, so
Cool.
we're gonna fix it.
Cool.
I'm gonna ponder that one for a while. I like that. All right. Ooh, let's fire up the CEO apology letter analyzer translation of Snarkinator 9000. We have a
New number.
We don't get a lot of these. It's probably our fault because we are the only company that reports earnestly and passionately about executives' apologies, corporation apologies. But we haven't had a lot of apologies recently, but we have one. CEO of Abbott Laboratories, Bob Ford, in the Washington Post, he penned an apology letter. So let's get at it. Here we go. Yeah, Matt?
Is Bob Ford the Bob Iger of
Chicago?
of Chicago? Like Miles White, the ex-CEO, basically
Yeah.
stepped out of this one in 2021, right? Or 2020.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
I
yeah,
think he
he's
Igered
more
him.
of the he's
He's
the
the
Dennis
Chapek.
Calhoun.
He's the
of-
Chapek
Yeah.
to the Iger. Anyway,
The Calhoun to the Chapek to the Iger. I get what you're
think
saying.
that actually is an SAT question. If
Okay.
anybody
Here we
has
go.
the answer, please come back.
Here we go. So just to catch you up, Abbott Laboratory essentially responsible for the baby formula shortage because of disgusting and death-making bacteria in their one of their laboratories. One of Abbott's laboratories had bacteria.
Abbott Laboratories laboratory.
Yeah. Here's the apology letter from the CEO and chair himself. And I will start with this: is it a good idea that he has two jobs at this company? Does he? Do we need this?
Honestly,
No.
we've discovered from Elon that's
Yeah.
not enough jobs.
Yes, not a good idea. Starts the letter with, "We at Abbott take great pride in helping people with diabetes check their glucose, providing critical coronavirus testing, and making life-saving heart devices." He
What does that
starts
have
his
to
letter
do
with this.
anything?
He's
That doesn't-
exactly. He starts the letter with this.
First of all, that doesn't check out either. So.
Yeah,
So a
the
company plug before apology.
Yeah, yeah. The 9,000 says, "Make themselves sound like heroes." Yeah, so they're just like they're baiting you with like, "Look, we're heroes."
Got it.
Mhm.
Good start.
Then comes the actual apology, but the past few months have distressed us as they have you. And so I want to say we're sorry to every family we've let down since our voluntary recall exacerbated our nation's baby formula shortage. So the 9,000 says this is just as bad for us as it is for you, right? I mean,
I'm surprised they didn't cue in on the word voluntary in there, like because
Well,
that
we-
makes them
we
sound
kinda-
kind of semi-heroic, also, doesn't it?
yeah, fortune teller Matt. Let's get to it. That's the next one. Here's the next quote. We believe our voluntary recall was the right thing to do.
Oh, there you
we-
go. Okay.
We will not take risks when it comes to the health of children.
All
Okay.
right.
The FDA's investigation did discover a bacteria in our plant that we will not tolerate.
Okay.
Like that, they voluntarily recalled after the FDA stepped in and said, there's like crappy bacteria all over your shit.
So like
So
if
the-
it's not voluntary, the FDA was about to make it involuntary, but Abbott was like, no, we got it. Don't worry
It's on
about
us. It's on us.
Yeah,
We're
the
heroes.
9,000 agrees with both of you. They're making themselves sound like heroes part 2, right? They're taking care of stuff.
it. Totally.
They're taking care of business. All right, moving on. We know that some children have been hospitalized because of the lack of Ella Care, a specialized formula for children who cannot digest other formulas and milks. We're establishing a $5 million fund that will be independently administered to help these families with medical and living expenses as they weather the storm. The 9,000 says that Bob officially earns $5 million by March 14th.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
kind of cool, right? That's kind of nice. I
Mhm.
like that. Also, the 9,000 actually searched and researched the apology, but did not see Bob mention this passage from The Guardian on Friday. The Guardian reported that Abbott detected bacteria 8 times as its net profits soared by 94% between 2019 and 2021. And just as its tainted formula allegedly began sickening a number of babies, with 2 deaths reported, the company increased dividends to shareholders by over 25%, while also announcing a stock buyback program worth $5 billion.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm throwing that in for caller, Emma. Just adding that. The 9,000's adding that. I didn't do that. The 9,000.
So
Emma?
just so we're clear,
Yeah.
Abbott has been first of all poisoning babies. That's a fact. No,
Allegedly.
Well, yeah, maybe.
poisoning babies.
Allegedly.
And 2, they got caught poisoning babies. And 3, they are now
Allegedly.
they only have baby poisoning formula that they have to fix, so now there are starving babies. That's the gist here, right?
Allegedly.
Okay, allegedly, fine. Okay, please continue. I just wanted
Ready
to
for
clear
me to
that
move
up,
on,
make sure
Matt?
I had my timeline
Really,
correct.
it was just the timing of it that's fun to me because it's like they recalled, I think, like earlier this year, right? Like it was like recent recall, but
Yeah.
detected the bacteria a lot of times.
A lot of times.
before that.
Yeah.
All right,
Moving on.
keep going.
He says, Bob Ford says, this is the CEO and chair at Abbott Laboratories in his apology letter in the Washington Post. He says, you can feel safe buying any Abbott product you find on the store shelves. That was the sentence. End of sentence.
Oh.
Well, they did take all the ones full of bacteria off the shelves recently, so he's probably right.
Yeah, and the 9,000 does add this. The FDA and CDC reported the babies consumed formula produced at the Michigan facility before they got sick, and the bacteria may have contributed to their death. The FDA and CDC wanted to add that.
That was their addendum. The 9,000
Yes.
picked that up. That's
Yeah.
the footnote.
Moving on, he says these steps we are taking won't end the struggles of families today. 9,000 says that's what the $5 million hush fund is for.
That's
and-
true. Yep.
Yeah. And finally, Bob says some solutions will take weeks, others will take longer, but we will not rest until it is done. I will not rest.
Oh,
This is great. This is great. Like mansplaining apology letter fodder here. He's not going to rest. Don't you feel?
He's not
going
gonna
to rest.
rest.
Not going to rest.
I'm actually a little worried about his sleep habits.
yeah, agreed.
The
How's he supposed
9,000
to get anything
agrees.
done?
The 9,000 says, Bob is CEO and chair, and now he's not going to sleep? No way Bob can handle this crisis with sleep deprivation. Just saying, the 9,000 says that he or she or it is an ESG expert, so trust him on this. Trust it.
Him,
on
her,
this one.
it on it.
There. I don't know. In a postscript to this Abbott Laboratories story, Bob also says in his op-ed, I want everyone to trust us to do what is right. I know that must be earned back. And the 9,000 says, I'm confused. You said we should feel safe buying any Abbott product. So aren't you asking for us to immediately trust you?
Yeah,
But you're
I
also
think so.
saying you suck at this, but you're the right guys to fix it. Hey, Bob, do you need a long monkeypox hug? That's what the
Oh my
9,000
God!
saying.
Don't bring
Oh, wow.
monkeypox into
Yeah,
this.
monkeypox.
I'm
Next
already.
up.
I didn't. That's the 9,000, Emma. The 9,000
Next
is
up, monkeypox.
the 9,000 actually is completely immune to monkeypox, so it feels very safe joking about it.
All right, Mr.
It's a machine.
Monkeypox. Let's wrap
machine.
this up.
Moving on. Russia's horrible war in the Ukraine. Our update is that Starbucks now will exit Russia after 15 years closing 130 licensed cafes. So Starbucks, McDonald's, out.
Can we just say that U.S. companies have unintentionally extended the lifespans of Russians by stopping diabetes after closing both Starbucks and McDonald's in Russia?
Getting rid of all the good drugs. All the good drugs are gone. A few updates from our alternative democracy. These are just every week I go through all the. This is how I do it, Emma, in case you're curious. I go to the SEC site. I look at all the latest 8K filings. I search for the 5.07 section. That's where all the votes are. And here's what I found. A few fun tidbits for you, Emma.
Oh, for me.
I really do
Thank
these
you.
for you because I think you secretly enjoy these. There's a food called Where
It is
Food
a
Comes.
secret.
There's a company called Where Food Comes From Incorporated.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, and apparently it comes from co-founders, husband and wife, John Saunders and Leanne Saunders. They are combined. They are CEO, chair, president, COO. They're both director.
Wow.
I
That's
do want
it.
to point
them.
Yeah,
out
go ahead.
that
Go
it
ahead.
feels unfair to me that the husband John is both CEO and chair,
Yeah.
and I feel like Leanne should have one of those. She should swap.
Wouldn't
he
you
should
think?
be CEO and president, and then
Yes.
Leanne should be chair and COO. Right?
That's
I feel like
that's
that
putting
makes
too
more
much
sense.
trust in her. I
Come on.
guess.
Sorry. she's
I
a
will
woman.
add the exciting part I found here, Emma, is that that's it. There's no other woman on the board of where food comes from. It's only the CEO's wife. I don't see this a lot, so it's exciting. I thought it was exciting, and I'm going to tell you that I'm allowed to say this stuff because I'm an ESG expert. I can say this stuff.
You and the 9,000. I'm also going to say that 2 of the 32 members of their leadership team are non-white. So food also comes from white people.
Wait, 2. Okay, got it. I like it. You're like 9,000 Junior over there. And the other thing I found from voting at public corporations or alternative democracy is something from a company called EVgo. Yeah, it's a company in the EV space, and they actually have a CEO who's not a man, who actually has an advanced degree, and whose cowboy hat wearing brother, I checked, she does have a cowboy hat wearing brother, is also not on the board. There's a woman named Kathy Zoe.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So it's possible, Emma. You can have a
Is she
company
also,
in the EV space without
Wait.
a maniacal narcissist.
Is she not buying Twitter?
I actually don't know the answer to that. I'm not. I want to be fair. Like, as a good researcher, I'm not going to just guess. I don't really know. I should look that
I love
up.
it. I love
Yeah.
your addiction to the truth.
ESG expert. And finally, in our updates from the world of cryptocurrency and NFT, this is just a piss off Matt. Here's an article called "Here's about the terms," some glossary of terms. Here's some terms you might have missed quickly. Ape in. To
No.
invest a lot of money into a new cryptocurrency or NFT project
Get it, ape
without
in.
doing the proper research first. This sounds very musky. He apes in a lot, right?
Yeah, he does.
Second big term. This is an actual article from CNBC, I guess. GM. This is an amazing one. Short for good morning. It's a popular greeting on NFT Twitter. It
No one
signals
would
that
know.
someone is online.
Is that a
This
real
is
one?
great.
Is that
This is
actually an
ground,
article?
yeah, a real one. This is revolutionary. They say good morning. I've never heard of this term before. It's amazing. They're wizards. They're
Wow.
geniuses. They're geniuses.
Uh-huh.
And finally, there's actually a term called LFG, short for yes, let's fucking go. Usually used to hype up an NFT project. This is stolen from Tom Brady. These people are chuckleheads. These are a bunch of
All right.
white boy nerds, is what I'm going to say.
You-
Yeah, go ahead.
LFG. Let's go to my segment. Is where we're gonna go.
Sorry. Hey, I didn't have a
Here-
timer, so I kept going. This is what I do. But I'm
Give
passing
me a
the mic. Go
timer,
ahead.
Emma, because
All right.
I'm gonna keep it
Yeah,
short.
I'm not
'cause
making
we-
the same mistake twice.
Yeah. Damion went for 17 minutes.
I would have
get
stopped,
5.
but I told you it was dangerous.
All right, here we go. This is a new segment I'm calling Egghead Say So. All right.
Woo.
Here's something I bet you're wondering. Elon Musk is an innovative, big thinking founder, which is super cool, but doesn't he suck balls at managing a company? And you're not alone. Here's what the eggheads say. The paper I read is called How Much Do TMTs Matter in Founder-Led Firms, where TMT equals top management team. So it's asking, basically, if you surround a founder by really strong professional management teams, how much do those professional teams matter? The authors are Bradley Hendricks, Travis Howell,
Yeah.
and Chris Bingham from UNC's Keenan Flegler Business School.
Yes.
Good for
Okay.
them.
We don't drop that name a lot.
And the real world application here is, this is how I summarized it. They did not. I summarized it as, Elon, really nice work on Tesla. Now, can we actually deliver a product that doesn't need to be recalled, built by a workforce that aren't abject racists, while keeping our penises squarely in our pants? That is the goal here.
Okay.
What they found, the eggheads found, founders tend to ignore the professional management teams and underperform as a result. Here are some notes and
Congratulations,
quotes.
founders. Congratulations, narcissists everywhere.
Just some quick notes and quotes here. They looked at 2,100 companies between 1997 and 2013 that IPO'd with and without founders at the helm, but all of whom had these top management teams, and they define
Okay.
what that means.
Yeah.
Here's the quote from the paper. We find that although team structure has a significant impact on the performance of non-founder-led firms,
Yeah.
got it?
Yep.
Yeah.
It has little to no effect on the operating performance of founder-led
That's
firms,
scary. Yeah.
suggesting that founder CEOs may exert too much control.
Hmm.
Thus, the irony is that founders are retained to propel progress, but their very retention may prevent progress.
Shocker.
I hate to admit this, but I have to give some props to like the 3 who I assume to be white men based on their names who
well,
wrote this
okay.
article.
I
Okay,
don't like
sure.
the way that feels.
Fine.
It doesn't feel good.
But that really hit me in a deeper
Yeah.
way than I thought it would. Like the retained propel progress, but their retention may prevent progress.
That's
I
it.
hate
Poetic.
to. It kind of hit me. I don't.
Yeah.
And they actually quantify how much, according
Well,
to the
wait.
data that they used.
Before you get there, can I just applaud them for the? I mean, that's borderline poetic. Retained to propel progress, but their very retention may prevent progress.
Because it does. It 100% does.
It's
Beautiful. By the way, they're just paraphrasing us. By the way, I mean,
That's true.
I like that they had created a whole research paper basically just backing up our theories. But sure,
It's fine.
Except
What
we're
they
not
found-
Emily Dickinson about it,
No, they're actually
Excuse me?
smarter and better. This is
How
what the
dare you. I
eggheads
try.
say.
Yeah.
LFG. Look, the
GM.
what they found was actually that the founders surrounded by top management teams performed 60% worse than companies where
mean?
the founders were let go.
Quickly
gone.
quantify worst. What does that mean?
Return on assets
Oh,
was
okay,
their
fine.
general criteria, but they have a bunch
Sure.
of criteria that they control for. That means, in summary, with a
Yes.
minute 30 left on my timer, not 17 minutes.
Well, so now you're gonna milk it. You're gonna slow. You're gonna
egomaniac.
slow roll out of here now.
Eggheads say
Yeah.
Elon should quit. That's what they
Whoa.
say. That's what I took away.
Okay, wait a minute. I hate to be annoying because I love this kind of reporting, and I hope you do this every week. Really, we should put a spotlight on our academics because we just should. Elon Musk, is he a founder of Tesla? I thought he
Yes.
took over Tesla.
He
He's a founder.
okay. He is officially, according to the paperwork, a founder
Yeah.
of Tesla. He is not
But-
actually in real life a founder of Tesla.
Okay, I'm completely confused. What does that
He
mean?
basically paid to have his name put on.
Do we
the
know this for a
hypothetical
fact,
masthead.
or is this like one of your lucid fever dreams?
No, I'm pretty sure that this is a fact.
Okay, I'm confused. Let's get back to this one. I want to. Maybe you can update us this next Monday, because there is a
Okay.
bit of confusion about whether he's actually a founder. And
I
remember,
can do
Matt. Yeah.
I can do a deep dive. Elon, who owns what? Who's the founder of what?
Okay. Because to be fair to Elon in this situation, Matt, he's not the typical founder I think they're looking at because he doesn't exert the voting control that most of the founders I think that
No.
no.
They actually quantified founder.
Yeah. Okay.
With like powerful founders, and there was a dual class component, but they also included founders that have a substantial equity stake in the company, outsized relative to the other management team,
Okay.
rest of the management,
Which is
and
pretty easy to do. I
In
guess.
that
Yeah.
way, Elon actually has a significant stake.
Got it. right.
As a founder.
Well, let's hopefully we can reach out to those chuckleheads at UNC and they can join us.
That was Egghead Say. On to Emma's game.
All right.
LFG.
Oh my
Don't
God.
stop. Don't
LFG. We
swear.
cannot let LFG
Don't
become
swear.
a thing. I'm saying that right now. All right. So, welcome back to Game Time with Emma Lurking. It's me. Yay. Oh, best part of the show. Thank God.
That is the part you like the most.
Damion, if you could turn down the ear-shattering music, that would be excellent. Thank you.
David playing with buttons.
All right. Today, we have a lawsuit roundup quiz. I have collected a couple of headlines about recent lawsuits involving public companies. And Matt and Damion obviously are always incredibly behind on the news. So
True.
They need to catch up, and I'm going to fill them in via background information and a quiz question at the end of each headline.
I hate background information.
I hate quizzes.
Sorry.
Come on, let's do this. Come
All
on.
right. Number one. Here's the headline. Inside Nike's high-profile gender discrimination lawsuit where plaintiffs claim unequal pay and more thanks to a boys' club culture. Shocker.
Shocker.
All right. Quick background so
Jinx.
Matt doesn't walk off. The women who originally filed the
Yeah.
suit against Nike for discrimination filed a motion for class certification, which would make it a class action lawsuit.
Yes.
Which would expand the suit from 14 women. There are 14 women currently as plaintiffs to about 5,000 women who have worked at Nike from 2017 onward. Nike recently unsealed their motion against class certification. So the 14 women said, we want this to have class certification. And Nike said, we don't. That would be bad for us. 14 to 5,000, not great numbers.
Yeah.
So if you, Matt and Damion, if you were Nike's legal team, what would your defense be to prevent class certification?
Before we get to that, what is that? Unsealing their motion? Is that like opening a Kit
so
Kat? What does that mean?
It's sealed. They don't technically
sealed.
have to disclose it to the public, but they chose to for legal strategy
What would
reasons.
your defense be to prevent the class certification?
What would my defense be?
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe you can lean in.
Oh, I got it.
Oh,
you
wow.
go.
Oh, wow.
I got it. Yeah.
No, you go.
Trade
You're
secrets.
very-
Don't want to reveal trade secrets.
I was going to go with a deep greenwash,
Yeah.
which was we don't see gender. So
Oh, another good one. Trade secrets and gender doesn't exist at Nike.
gender's not a gender's a social construct, and therefore you can't class certify that includes only women. It's got to be some like your certification is already discriminatory.
Plus the shoes, Emma. Plus the shoes. The shoes have the men's and women's sizes in them, so yeah, we don't. It's all the same. And our board is full of like founders and founders' sons and old CEOs and their sons, and like
And
we're all
dual
we
class
like girls. We like
shares, and
girls. Yeah.
We win.
We're
This
boys
is-
that like girls. We're boys that
you.
like girls.
Thank
This
you.
is really, you guys clearly should have been lawyers. Like you were mistaken in your career paths because these are really great. But their actual defense, which I did find, is that they're planning on claiming that individual hiring managers make decisions about pay. So any pay disparities are isolated, not systemic.
Wait, what? That's their defense?
Yep.
Wait, what? But how is that a defense of anything? So they're
Because-
rogue. Oh, bad apples. Yeah, rogue
Ooh,
bad
yeah,
apples.
the bad apple defense.
We
A
didn't
bad
think of that
apple
one.
defense.
Yeah,
You got
that's
it.
a good one,
All right.
Nike.
Number 2. New York State
Way to
is
jazz up this
suing
quiz.
Amazon, accusing it of discriminating against pregnant and disabled
Ugh.
workers. Here's your quick
I mean, you're such a
background.
drag, Emma.
God,
Yeah.
it's so depressing.
These are lawsuits. I don't know what you want from me. They're not typically uplifting.
I don't think I want anything from you. Yeah, go ahead.
A pregnant Amazon worker asked not to carry boxes over 25 pounds. Her manager denied her, and she proceeded to injure
Whoa,
herself.
I mean, what? Come on.
Amazon refused to swap a disabled worker's shift when they provided medical documentation proving that they needed to be on a certain sleep schedule.
Ooh.
And
You know who doesn't need a sleep schedule anymore is Bob Ford,
Bob
CEO
Ford,
at Abbott
you
Laboratories.
Bring
That's
him
true.
in.
He's
You
not
rip up that
resting.
sleep schedule, Bob. Yeah, go ahead, Emma.
all right, so it's all of these cases of people who have been mistreated by Amazon when it comes to their pregnancy or disability, whatever. Here's your question.
Yeah.
When you hear the
You
phrase
can't drum roll over a pregnancy discrimination story, man.
When you hear the phrase accommodations consultant in the context of Amazon's operations, what do you think an accommodations consultant does?
Accommodations consultant.
This is a real role at Amazon that is important to this case.
Was that like? All my answers seem like very offensive, so I'm hesitant to talk.
Yeah, it does seem a little like an escort. That's
Oh
what-
God.
Is that like someone who changes the like goes into the like the lactation room and just says like maybe we should get LED light bulbs in there? Is that like a?
That's not bad.
Thank you.
No, it's not the
That's all I
right
got.
answer though.
No.
The right answer probably has something to do with giving foot massages to disabled people so that they don't
I feel
sue the company.
uncomfortable.
So
Emma?
close. So close. But an accommodations consultant is actually
That's how-
basically doing what HR is supposed to do. They recommend
Yeah.
accommodations for workers based on the circumstances, and it turns out on-site managers can overrule them, which is one of the tenets of this case. They say that accommodations consultants come in, they make their recommendations, and then the Amazon corporate basically tells the warehouse managers to ignore whatever the accommodations consultant said. So,
Okay, that all sounds terrible. Thank you.
doesn't it? And
Sounds
for
like
the
a party.
third,
Ooh, another one. Yeah.
yes, last one. This one is a little bit more lighthearted, luckily for you. Here's a headline.
According to you, maybe not to the plaintiff. Yeah, go ahead.
McDonald's and Wendy's sued for burger ads that mislead on size. So there is a singular
Ooh,
man from New York who is suing
A
McDonald's.
singular man.
A singular man.
I'm
from New
guessing
York
Spike
who is-
Lee. I don't know about you, Matt. What's your guess?
No.
He's suing both McDonald's and Wendy's for $50 million because
Okay.
of $50 million dollars because he
All
feels
right, that's
misled.
fine.
My question for you is this.
Yeah.
What % bigger is the lawsuit claiming the burgers are in advertising compared to real life?
Is this guy a certified idiot or just like a regular idiot? Do we know? Because
we don't know. That is information.
Is
we
he
do not
looking at
have.
like the posters like at bus stops that are like blown up to be big, so you can thinking that's the
excellent
size of a
question.
burger? Yeah, 'cause I don't
I-
know what ad is he looking at. What ad is he looking at? I don't even know.
I need
Not
you
all ads are made equal. He
I
does
need you
know
to make
that
a guess.
the billboards on the side of highways are made really
do
large
need-
so that people
I
can
just
see
need-
them from
I
far
just
away.
need
I
you
don't
to
know.
make a guess. 14%.
Honestly, I would say this. Can I just say this? If I was the judge, that he should be thankful that the burgers are smaller because who needs to eat all that
Oh my
crap?
God.
Who needs all that
Damion
crap?
has lost his talking privileges.
I don't
Matt,
know.
what
I don't
percent do you think it is?
14%. And I
Didn't we
nailed
say
it.
25% earlier in the show? 25%.
25%, 14%. Matt
Yeah.
is correct. It is at
Oh.
least 15% according to
Wait.
the plaintiff.
Ah,
14 qualifies, at
that's
least
right.
15. Yeah. Thanks,
Yeah.
Emma.
Absolutely.
Beautiful,
Yep.
beautiful.
There you
Nailed
go.
it.
That is your lawsuit roundup for this week. Wasn't it great? I had
LFG, that was Business Pants. We are Free Float Media. That's Damion Rollis and Emma Lurking. I was Matt Moscardi. We are no longer Business Pants until tomorrow when you come back and watch or listen to this again.